Hi, and welcome to 3 Things in 3 Minutes. I'm Nersi. Today we are looking at Forbidden Sky from Gamewright. It plays 2 to 5 players and plays in about an hour. This is the third game in the Forbidden series, after Forbidden Island and Forbidden Desert. Like those games, you and the other players are cooperating against an escalating crisis. In this case, you are laying out tiles on a sky platform, trying to place and then connect a series of capacitors and lightning rods to create a series circuit and fire a rocket, all the while trying to avoid being struck by lightning or being blown off the platform by shifting winds. Things I like. What this game does that's most different from the other Forbidden games is that you are creating a circuit. To do this, the game has conductive metal pieces that you connect. And once you've completed the circuit and attached the rocket, which has a battery to it, it'll power on, light up, and play some sound effects. Now, while that's kind of a novelty, there's something satisfying about making an actual circuit in a game that's about making a circuit. Also, the component quality of the game is nice, with the light-up powered rocket and the metal wires and the slightly metallic sheen on the tiles. And finally, the gameplay maintains the core of what is typical of the Forbidden games. It's cooperative and has variable player powers and escalation of difficulty as the game progresses. It still serves as a good entry point for learning the mechanics, like action point and allowance and tile placement. And if you're really interested in the story of the Forbidden games, such as it is, you'll notice that this game picks up where Forbidden Desert ended. Some points to consider. Forbidden Sky does maintain a lot of the gameplay of the other games, and while the circuit and the tile laying are new, the core of the game feels very similar to the other games. Now that's great if you like the other games and want to expand in a new direction, but the movement mechanics and the escalation, whether it's flooding or desert sands or lightning strikes, will seem overly familiar. And while making the circuit itself is pretty fun and clever, the pieces themselves are clunky enough that it's hard to actually get them to stay connected well enough to maintain contact and conduct electricity, so you'll find that you spend much of the game fiddling with the pieces just to make sure that they're staying in one place. And finally, some of the other components don't quite hold up as well, including the somewhat odd decision to have you use sliders on standard thickness cards to keep track of your health and rope. Now I can see those cards wearing out quickly as you move the sliders up and down throughout the game. So, in summary, it's an updated Forbidden game that adds a few new mechanics with some very familiar base gameplay. Making an actual electrical circuit is a nice novelty if it's a bit fiddly to physically connect, and it has some good looking components as well as some components that may not stand the test of time. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to like this video and to subscribe to the channel. Thanks.